Hi, welcome to Mathematics with Tom. I am Tom. Today we are going to look at a tree diagram and the multiplication rule. That's what we're going to do today. The tree diagram and the multiplication rule. Let's get started. So today, tree diagram. And the multiplication rule. Multiplication rule. Okay, so in order to do this today, what we're going to do is we need some kind of example. So I thought we would take a look at how many outfits one could have. So let's do this. The question is, how many outfits? How many outfits are possible from the following wardrobe? From the wardrobe. Okay, so let's take a look at our wardrobe. So what do we have in our wardrobe? Well, we have a shirt. We have shirts. And we have some kind of legging material, some kind of leggings, pants of sorts, shorts, leggings, and maybe we have some shoes. Now, this is definitely not exhaustive. I mean, we could look at other things as well. We could look at hats. Maybe we could look at jewelry that goes with it, but you're going to see that this will be plenty. So, shirts. I'm going to look at our shirts. Let's look at, maybe we have a short sleeve. I'm going to write this very carefully. So, short sleeve. And I'm going to use a capital S to represent short sleeve shirts. Oh, you know what? You got a short sleeve, or you could have a long sleeve shirt. A long sleeve shirt, and we'll represent that with an L. Okay, leggings. What would you wear for the leggings? Well, let's see. With shorts, you might even have a short sleeve shirt. You might wear shorts. You might wear shorts. So we'll represent that with an S. What else could you wear? Oh, you know what? You might wear pants. Pants. You might put on pants that day. And you know, what if it's just like an in-between day? It's not quite a shorts day, it's not quite a pants day. Well, you could maybe wear your knickers. Maybe you have a pair of knickers that you wanted to wear that day. Okay, so we have 2 different shirts to choose from, 3 different pieces of legging, shoes. Oh my, shoes. Well, you know what? We could wear, how about flip-flops? Flip-flops. Some people call them bombs. I have a pair of flip-flops on. Let's see what else. Oh, you know what? I have these new shoes I just bought. They're called Zero shoes. So maybe I was going to wear my Zero shoes that day. Zeros. What else could I put on my feet? Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm going to be doing a lot of walking. I might want to wear a pair of walkers. Or sneakers. Sneakers. Now I know we've got S's in all three categories, but you'll see the way we lay it out that it works just fine. What's important is that within a category, they all start with different letters for clarity. But you know what? You know what? Let's not wear sneakers. Let's put on, I think that's enough. You know what I would really like? Sometimes you just feel like putting on a pair of boots. Okay, I think that's a lot to choose from. Short sleeve, long sleeve. So, let's take our person here, and now we're going to make our tree diagram. So this is my tree diagram. Okay, and let's put a person here. So you don't really have to, but I think a person kind of makes it go a little bit better. And you know, maybe that person is, they're thinking about this, that they're getting dressed. They gotta look good that day. So we've got our person here. Now, what we do when we make a tree diagram is a visual way to see how many outfits we can create, or whatever the problem is. So the first thing we're going to do is the first category that we have to look at are our shirts. So I'm going to be very systematic. So my shirts are going to go in this first column. And you don't have to label this column, but I'm going to just for clarity. So notice what happens. When I go to put a shirt on, what can I do? Well, I can either put on a short sleeve shirt or I can put on a long sleeve shirt. So the first decision that we need to make is whether we're going to wear, I'm going to put it an S. And we know that we're in the shirt column, so that would be a short sleeve shirt. But you know what? Maybe it's cold out that day. Maybe it's cold. Or, you know, maybe you still want the hot sun on your skin, so you might put on a long sleeve shirt. Okay. Now, I think we're done with our shirts. Let's take a look at our leggings. What kind of leggings are we going to wear? Well, we've got shorts or pants or knickers. Let's try this. So, you know, when I get dressed, I might have put on my long sleeve shirt. Now, let's make another column here. Shirts, leggings. Let's make a leggings column. Leggings. Okay, so when I go to put on my leggings, well, what can happen? You know, that's going to get a little long, so let's bring it back a bit. Okay, so, well, let's think about this. I could put on a short sleeve shirt, and then from there, I could put on, well, I could wear shorts. And is that, I'm going to come down a little bit. I'm going to do shorts. Okay, but I may not put on my shorts. I may decide that I wanted to wear pants that day. Oops, sorry, that's going to get really tight. Shorts. Might wear pants. But you know what? I could put on my knickers. So, pants, knickers. Okay, so I could be wearing shorts. I could put on a short sleeve shirt with shorts. I could put on a short sleeve shirt with pants. Or I could wear a short sleeve shirt with my knickers. Now, but that's not the only thing that could have happened, because I might have started out by putting on my long sleeve shirt. Well, if I put my long sleeve shirt on, what kind of leggings could I wear? I could wear shorts. I could wear pants, or I could put on my knickers. So look at that. Okay, so got on our top half, our bottom half, we just need our shoes. Our shoes is our third column here, shoes. Shoes. Now, let's think about this. Let's start here. I put on my long sleeve shirt, then I put on my knickers. Well, I have to decide. Should I wear flip-flops with my knickers? Should I wear with my knickers and long sleeve shirt? Or should I wear zeros? Or should I wear boots? That's my next quandary, is what I'm going to wear there. So I could wear, what you just said, keep this, flip-flops. I could wear my zeros, or I could wear boots. So there's flip-flops, zeros, boots. Now, what else could, well, I could have started out with a long sleeve shirt, put on my pants, but then what would I have to do? I'd have to go through that same process again of, should I wear flip-flops, zeros, or boots? So let's do that again. So I could wear boots, zeros, or flip-flops. Now, but you know what? I think you see what's happening. What's happening is I could have put on a long sleeve shirt, could have put on shorts, but then again I have 3 decisions that I have to make, or make one decision about 3 different kinds of footwear. And so again, I could have put on boots, zeros, or flip-flops. And this pattern continues. I could have, again, and let me do it this way. Don't want to get ahead of myself. But then wait, we've exhausted our possibility of the long sleeve shirt. What if I put on my short sleeve shirt, then I put on a pair of knickers? Well, again, I would be faced with the same dilemma of, do I wear boots, do I wear zeros, or do I put on flip-flops? Again, I'm stuck with 3 more here. And you can see the pattern. I could have worn a short sleeve shirt, put on my pants, and then I'd have to decide between boots, zeros, flip-flops. And the one last time, I have to squish this in here, is, oh, it was way big down there. Oh well, we have boots, zeros, flip-flops. And there we go. Now, here's how this tree is getting pretty big. How do we use the tree? That's the next piece that we need. Here's how the tree works. For example, if I was, that morning, if I got dressed by wearing a short sleeve shirt, putting on my shorts, and then my flip-flops, I would denote, I'm gonna write one more category, the possibility. So I would say that's shorts, or short sleeve, shorts, flip-flop. Or I could have had the next one. The next branch is, let's go in another color, would have been shorts, short sleeve, shorts, zeros. So that was S, Z. Now, at this point, what I'd like you to do is take a moment, pause the video, and complete this list. Take a moment to just complete this list, and then I'm going to do it very quickly for you, and then compare your answers with mine. Okay? that took a bit, and there's a really good point to this. Here's what we wanted to do. The question was, how many different wardrobes could you make with just, how many articles of clothing is that? That's just 8 articles of clothing. 3 categories of clothing: shirts, leggings, shoes. But look at this. This gave me, if I count all these up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There are 18 different outfits. So I'm going to just make, for the sake of making this bigger, I'm going to write an 18 down here. Now, just think if we added accessories. What if we had one more category here? An accessories category. That would create another column. And this thing would begin to look like a thicket trying to keep track of such a massive tree. But here's what the tree shows us. The tree, one, it makes it very easy to see all the different possibilities. That's its strong point. Its weak point is it's limited by how large of a tree you can make. But its next strong point is to help us see what's happening. Is there an easier way to have figured out that there was 18 different outfits with 3 different categories of clothing? The answer is yes. Let's take a look. When I look at my shirts that I was going to wear for the day, notice there was 2 different shirts. When I looked at my leggings, notice that I could wear either shorts, pants, or knickers. And again, it was shorts, pants, or knickers. But if we go all the way back, there was just 1, 2, 3 things in the category for leggings. So I'm going to put a 3 down here. Okay. And finally, the last category, my footwear or my shoes, notice there's again 1, 2, 3 different things to choose from in that category. So let's put a 3 right here. And I'm going to put an equal sign down here. And take a moment and think about this. If I have the number 2, 3, 3, is there a way to get 2, 3, 3, or with 2, 3, 3 to get 18? That's the question. Well, let's see what happens if I subtract. Well, 2 minus 3, that's -1. That doesn't even make sense. What if I add? 2 plus 3, that would be 5. 5 plus 3 more, that would be 8. Well, there is an 8 in 18, but we actually need 18. You may see it already. The answer is, if we were to multiply the number of possibilities in each category, we would have gotten 18. So that's what the tree shows us. It shows us that by multiplying, we can get the result. And that is actually formally called the multiplication rule. So let me write that up here. So the multiplication rule. Multiplication rule. And I'm going to call it we'll call it this, the multiplication rule for counting. Because that's what we're doing. We're counting the number of wardrobes, outfits, counting. Says that in a sequence of n, in a sequence of n events, each with k possibilities, then the number of possibilities the number of possibilities is, and I'm going to write this and then we're going to explain it, is K1 times K2. So the first event is K1. The second event is K2, K3, and you would just keep multiplying all these different events until you get to the last one, whatever it is, the nth event. Okay. Now, we've actually seen this. So, in this case, we had 3 different events. The shirt, the legging, and the shoes. So in our example, we had a K1, a K2, and a K3. And the number of possibilities for K1 is 2. So our example was 2. 2 shirts. There was 3 leggings, and there were 3 different pieces of footwear. That's how we apply the multiplication rule. Now, let's try another example. I'm going to adjust the camera, so I'll be right back. I'm back. Let's try that. In this next example, let's try one more example. Here it is. A license plate. A license plate has a number followed by three letters, followed by 3 letters, followed by three numbers. How many license plates are possible if repetition is allowed? Repetition is allowed. Question mark. And the last question B would be without repetition. And just so if I need to write that again, I'm going to abbreviate without as W/O. So without repetition. Okay, let's take a look and see if we can do this. Now, for example, a license plate may look like something like A525, so a letter, 3 numbers, and then a number, goodness gracious, a number, so it could be something like 6, 3 letters, it could be A, D, and then 3 numbers, so it could be 5, 2, 5. So notice that that would be allowing repeats, both in the letters and in the numbers. So the question is, how many license plates can you make? Well, here's what I'm going to do. I think that one of the key ways to building a foundation to count is by drawing a picture. And it doesn't have to be a fancy picture. Here's what my picture is going to look like. I'm going to draw a picture and then fill it in as I go. And what I'm going to do is my picture is going to be the number of K's that I have. So in this case, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different K's. So let's write that. So I would write, here's my first position, second, third, fourth, fifth, 6th, and 7th positions. Okay, now Now, when we start to make our license plate, let's think about this. You could put a 0, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or a 9. Now, you don't have 10. 10 would represent a 1 and then a 0. It would be two numbers. So, in other words, in the first slot, we have to pick one of those numbers. Well, how many numbers are there here? There's 10. So I'm going to put 10. That's my K1. Now, okay. So we're assuming this is the English language, and my letters are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then W, X, Y, and there we go, Z. There's my alphabet. And in the English alphabet, there's notice here we had 10, and here we have 26 letters. So now when I go to put a letter in this first position, I can pick any one of these letters. So let's put one. How many are there? There's 26 letters. Now think about this for a moment. If I was going to represent this with a tree, the very first set of branches on my tree would have 10 branches coming out. From each branch, there would then be 26 branches. Then from each of those is the next spot. Well, the next spot is another letter. Now, I can use any of those letters again. So there's 26 more branches. Okay, now the next position is another letter. Now, and I'm allowing repetition, so I can pick any of those. There's 26 to pick from. Then now these three positions have to be numbers. And they can be a repeat, like you could have 2 5s, you could have 3 5s. So it doesn't matter what numbers I pick. I could pick any of these 10 numbers. So there's 10 possibilities for that next slot on my license plate. And there's 10 more possibilities for the next spot. And the final spot also has 10 possibilities. That is the answer. Well, almost. Remember, what we said is you need to multiply. So it's 10 times, 26 times, 26 times, 10 times, 10 times 10. Multiply all those together, you'll get a rather large number. That's the number of license plates that you can make. Okay, so this is the answer. This is repetition allowed. Okay, so now the next question is without repetition. Another way you might hear that is without replacement. We'll talk about the replacement. Let's just leave it that way, without repetition. Okay, well, where do you start? You start at the same place. You start with a picture. Let's draw a picture. It's a simple picture. It's the picture that for each K, so there's going to be 7 of these. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 positions. Now, the same idea applies. And it has a number. So in this first position, we have to put a number. Well, how many numbers are there available to us? There's 10 numbers. So I'm going to put 10. This is my K1, if you will. Now, oh, wait a minute. But now there's no repetition. So I used one of those numbers. Maybe I used an 8. So now there's not 10 numbers available to me. There's only 9 next time I go back. Okay. So now let's put a letter here. How many letters do we have available to us? We have any letter of the alphabet. There's 26 different letters. So 26. Okay. Oh, but wait, we won't allow repetition. So if I put a G in that first position, I don't have 26 letters for the next letter. I only have 25. Okay, so when I come to this next letter, how many letters are available? Any letter except that one. So I have 25, or the one that was used. So I have 25 now. So I pick a letter, I put it on there, but look at what happens. Well, what happens? First, you need some colored chalk. So I used another letter. Maybe I used the D this time. Maybe I used the D. So now, if I needed another letter, there's only 24 letters from which to choose. And you know what? I need another letter. So this is going to be, because 2 of the letters have been used, this will be 24. Okay, so those are my letters. Now, now I'm to numbers. Look, that's what it says. Followed by 3 letters, followed by 3 numbers. All right, so let's put a number up there. Well, wait a minute. We already used a number, so there's only 9 numbers remaining. So let's put a 9 here. So now I've used up another number. Maybe I used up this 7. So now there's 9 numbers available. There's only 8 numbers available. So when I go to pick a number, I can't pick the 2 that have been used. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers. 8 numbers are available, so this is an 8. Now I use one of those numbers. Maybe this time I use. Oh, I've already used that color. Let's use this green here. Maybe I picked a 0. Now there's only 7 numbers left for that last position. And remember, these are all K1. Here's your K2. Here's K3. This is K4, K5, K6, K7. And we multiply those numbers together. And multiply those together, that is the number of license plates you can make using the pattern of number, 3 letters, 3 numbers without repetition. Okay? Thanks for watching.